Large language models process massive amounts of information, but they don't have a built-in task list. Left alone, they are just a chaotic swarm of predictive text. It requires a human director to give them instructions so that all that raw data snaps into focus. This role functions like a choreographer working with a highly skilled dancer. You dictate the precise steps, rhythm, and constraints required for the machine to perform correctly. By the end of this tutorial, we will map out the specific technical skills you need to enter this field, define the daily reality of the job, and actually build your first professional portfolio piece. To prepare for that hands-on exercise, go ahead and open a blank text document along with your preferred AI chatbot. This process turns you into the architect of the machine's logic, granting you total control over the specific nature of the AI's output. A prompt engineer spends their day in a constant loop of iteration. You design specific inputs, relentlessly test the AI's responses, and collaborate directly with data scientists to refine the model's behavior. This document outlines why iteration holds high business value. Under Enhancing AI Model Performance, crafting precise inputs improves the AI's output and reduces ambiguity. For corporations, this saves computational resources. In high-stakes applications like medical diagnostics, minimizing hallucination ensures the tool remains reliable. Because of those high stakes, simply being a good writer is not enough to get hired in this field. You will need a specific technical foundation. The first pillar is Python, the scripting language required to automate prompts into existing software. The second is natural language processing. You must understand how AI analyzes sentiment to structure inputs. Finally, you need familiarity with machine learning frameworks like TensorFlow to understand model architecture. Marrying clear linguistic intent with this specific technical stack is the defining line between an amateur chatbot user and a highly hireable engineering professional. To consistently achieve that professional standard, we use a structured approach. A highly effective prompt requires 4 mandatory parameters: a defined role, a specific audience, an assigned tone, and strict constraints. When you command an AI with a vague instruction, you receive chaotic, unpredictable results. But when you apply these 4 parameters, you force the model to generate a highly tailored, specific response. This works because an LLM is essentially a massive text prediction engine. Providing strict parameters drastically narrows its predictive options down to the exact output you want. Let's put this into practice. We are going to execute a structured output task, which is exactly the kind of predictable formatting that corporations prize. Switch over to your chatbot. Instruct the AI to act as a software analyst. Ask it to compare Trello, Monday, and ClickUp for a small team of 10 people, isolating the main features, limitations, and pricing for each. Now apply the critical constraint. Tell the model to output this using valid JSON format only, and explicitly instruct it not to include any conversational text whatsoever. By applying that constraint, we force the model to bypass its natural conversational tendencies, stripping away the chai filler and delivering pure, organized data. Hit enter on your prompt and watch as the model generates that clean, precise JSON code right in front of you. Structured outputs like JSON allow these responses to be instantly parsed and utilized by other software. This consistency enables AI to function within a larger, automated business pipeline without manual human oversight. Now that you have a successful result, take a screenshot of your initial prompt and take a second screenshot of the generated JSON prod. Go to your text document. Write a short summary explaining the specific intent behind your prompt and articulate exactly why you applied the JSON constraint for a business use case. Getting the right answer once is just the starting line. You must document your testing, detailing how slight tweaks to your parameters successfully altered the model's behavior. Compile your screenshots, your initial summary, and your iteration notes. Together, these elements form a comprehensive, professional case study that proves your competence. Tech employers aren't just looking for someone who can write a clever sentence. They hire candidates who possess the rigorous, documented methodology required to reliably achieve these results at scale. By completing this exercise, you've successfully engineered a business-ready AI output and drafted the first page of your professional portfolio. You now know what the daily optimization loop looks like. You understand the business value of reducing ambiguity, and you recognize the technical stack required to do the job. Your immediate next step is to bridge the gap between language and code. Enroll in a beginner Python course so you can begin automating the prompts you just learned how to build. As you learn, continue expanding your case studies. Add a project mapping out a language translation workflow, and build a second one executing a masked language modeling test. Competence in prompt engineering is becoming a baseline requirement for the modern workforce. In an AI-integrated economy, the ability to direct machine logic becomes the primary differentiator for technical professionals.